production begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the Community Foundation Spotlight. I'm Doug Wilson, your host. I'm the president of the Community Foundation. And with me today we have Louis Luna, who is the new executive director of LSE, which stands for Lower Shore Enterprises. And I'll probably call it that, having been associated with the organization for a long time. But if I remember, I will say Lower Shore Enterprises.
That's
so
great.
Just so everyone gets it, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Anyway, you're watching us on PAC 14, and I hope you enjoy the show. And anyway, so Louis, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, et cetera, and then how you became involved with Lower Shore Enterprises.
First of all, Doug, thank you for having me on your program.
Mm-hmm.
It's a program that I enjoy watching. I learn a lot about the community and the work that the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore does through the work that you're doing here through PAC 14. So I appreciate the opportunity. It's a privilege.
Great, thank you.
I have the opportunity to work at Lower Shore Enterprises as the Chief Executive Officer because of the fact that my predecessor, Jack Heath, called me almost a year ago now and said that he was looking for someone to help him run the place because there were a number of projects that he was involved in and he really needed some help in doing that. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that it was a great opportunity to serve the community and to give something back. Mm-hmm. And so I agreed. I came on board for 6 months as the Director of Operations, and Jack retired June 30th of 2013, and I became the CEO the next day. So it's it was a seamless transition, I hope, but it was an opportunity to work for an organization that does wonderful things, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And my background, Doug, is that I grew up here on the Eastern Shore. I wasn't born here, but I got here as soon as I could. And I had an opportunity to work in the nonprofit world. I was the head of the Greater Salisbury Committee for 11 years. I also got a chance to work in the federal government for 20 years, off and on in Washington, working for members of Congress and in 2 presidential administrations, but always based here on the shore. My wife Bonnie and I love the Eastern Shore. We love Salisbury. We love this community and its people, and we didn't want to be living in Washington. We didn't want to be part of that. So I would work there Monday through Friday and come home weekends. And
wow.
But it was a great privilege to serve our nation. Always I thought, wouldn't it be great to take the information and knowledge and experience that I'd gotten working at the federal level and bring it back home and maybe apply it to some organization in this community. And this is the opportunity for me to do that. So that's why I'm here.
And there you are.
There I am.
And we're lucky to have you.
You're
Thanks very much. Tell us what Lower Shore Enterprises is.
Lower Shore Enterprises is an employment partnership for individuals with disabilities. It was formed in 1967 as what was then known as a sheltered workshop. That's a term of art. But in 1988, when Lower Shore changed its name to Lower Shore Enterprises, it also changed its focus and its attention to not be an end in itself, which is simply to bring individuals with disabilities into a place to work and then give them a paycheck, but to train them for jobs in the community. And over the years, Lower Shore Enterprises has been very effective at doing that. And our focus is to provide every individual who walks in the door an opportunity to be fully trained and capable and ready to work in the community and be self-sufficient. And that's what we do.
Tell me about, what do you refer to them as, clients or?
Variously, internally we refer to them as clients, but our focus really is on emphasizing their individuality. Every individual who has a gift or a talent or an ability may also have what society would refer to as a disability. In the way that we talk about what we do, we emphasize that it's a disability.
Right, I got you.
And because everybody has this particular thing that they do very well, we seek to find what those gifts are, what those abilities are, and then train individuals to maximize those abilities and to put them to work in an appropriate job. And that job may be in anything from manufacturing to a service industry to warehousing to you name it. And
Right.
we have been, over the years, able to place a good number of individuals throughout the Lower Shore in jobs in the community.
Right. I know I was at the hospital, as you know, for 30
Yes.
years.
Yes.
And we had a number of clients from Lower Shore Enterprises there. And one in particular strikes me. His name is Don. I'm not going to tell his last name. But he works up in the marketing department, and he's been there 1,000+ hours. He's become a part of the fabric of that whole department, and he's involved in activities. He does lots of things for us, cleans equipment, knows how to disassemble equipment. I mean, he's just a remarkable individual, and we just loved having him there. And I miss him. But now when I get back to the hospital, I see him, and he remembers me, and that's just terrific, and we enjoy doing that.
We have individuals at PRMC who
Right.
have been working there for years,
Right.
who have put in 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours.
That's probably where he is.
And he is, exactly. We just had a celebration for
Mhm.
him to hit that 10,000 hour mark, and
My goodness.
CEO Peggy Nalepa came,
Mhm.
and a number of different departments came, all to celebrate that.
Yeah.
And we are so proud of the work that these individuals do in the community at large,
Right.
in any number of places. I mean, you start thinking about organizations or businesses that you know well, and we have probably placed individuals there. We have individuals working at Walmart, at Sears, at Pepsi, at K&L Microwave, at PRMC, I mean, you think of it around this community, this region, and we've probably placed people there.
How big of a geographic area do you serve?
We serve the 4 Lower Shore counties: Dorchester, Somerset, Wycomico, and Worcester. And the focus has been, since the beginning, on that area, and hence the name Lower Shore Enterprises.
Right.
Because we want to make sure that we don't overextend ourselves. We want to make sure that we're really focused on those individuals who live in a predominantly rural setting, may not have the availability of services or options that people who live in more urbanized areas do. And so we really want to focus on those individuals right here in this region.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier it's a disability.
Yes.
How do you train folks, your clients, to work in a real life work and employment setting? How does that all happen?
Well, that's the fascinating part of what we do, and what's
Yeah.
so enjoyable. Whenever an individual walks in the door, the first thing we do is we assess what their skills and strengths are. So we determine what they can do. We also determine what skill sets may be lacking or need tune-up, or things that they simply don't know. They don't know. And we focus on training them. We'll do an assessment. We'll determine what might be a suitable line of work or lines of work. We'll provide any kinds of skills training that they need. We'll also provide life skills training. There may be individuals that come in the door who may not know how to balance a checkbook, how to do a resume, how to do a job interview.
Right.
Frankly, how to take care of themselves in the best possible way. And we address whatever needs to be done. It's individualized service. Everybody, and that's why we keep focusing on the word individual, because it is dependent on what their needs are and what their situation is. We will transport them. We will transport them from wherever they're living to Lower Shore Enterprises for training. We'll transport them to the job site. We have job coaches who work alongside those individuals, helping identify where opportunities are, where employment opportunities are, and then getting them to the employment site, and then working closely with the employer.
Wow.
To find that there's a good fit and to make sure there's a good handoff, and then keeping in touch, touching base on a regular basis to make sure everything is working well. So we provide customized employment. It's all based on what the individual need is.
So it's not only technical skills you treat, but life skills as well.
Anything that comes along that we feel is something that could enhance their employability.
Right.
And then, Doug, at Lower Shore Enterprises itself, our facility, which is on the west side of Salisbury, just off of Route 50, we have a dedicated building, purpose-built, to provide that training opportunity for these individuals whom we serve.
Right.
And so we bring jobs in from the community. We have employers who are sending us work that we can actually do on site and allow these individuals to have hands-on experience on what it's like to do light assembly, manufacturing. We do mailing services. We offer custodial services.
Right.
We'll go out into the community and do commercial custodial work. We do document destruction. As a matter of fact, we do all of PRMC's document destruction.
Right.
And that's something that we have to do in compliance with federal law, with HIPAA regulations, everything.
Right.
So all of our work, all of our individuals who are doing this work are bonded and certified and trained, and we have certification from a national document destruction organization that audits us. So we don't simply do odd things and make work and whatever. We don't pretend. We bring folks to a real life experience of what it's like to work in the community.
How many clients do you have? I guess, let me ask you this from naivete's perspective.
Yes, sure.
You have clients, and then you have clients that are actually in job sites. So
Yes.
can you make that distinction for me?
We literally have hundreds of, that's the order of magnitude, hundreds of individuals who are working in the community in dozens of different organizations and businesses. And we then have, right now, 150 individuals who are actually at our facility in the process of training, wherever they are in that continuum. So there are a lot of lives that have been touched by Lower Shore Enterprises over the past 46 years.
I guess so.
Yes.
Let me stop for just a second and remind our viewers that you're watching the Community Foundation Spotlight right here on PAC 14, and with me is Louis Luna, whom I incorrectly said was the executive director. He is the chief executive officer of Lower Shore Enterprises, and we're very, very happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Well, Rose by any other name, right?
That's correct. Anyway, tell us, how do what's the benefit that's derived by companies for having your clients on board, and are they paid, and how does all that work?
Absolutely. Every individual that we interact with who comes to Lower Shore Enterprises for training, for example, is paid while they are in training. So they don't pay us, we pay them because they are doing work.
Right.
They're doing work for customers out in the community. So a manufacturer needs this widget produced in this way. So those individuals that we are training are actually producing said widget, and we pay them. And every Friday they get a paycheck.
Wow.
Then on top of that, when we place individuals in the community, we can also customize their employment so that the customer, the employer, gets exactly what he or she needs. Here, let me give you an example. If you are in a service industry or manufacturer or whatever, and you have peaks and valleys in your demand, or you suddenly get crunched, oh man, you're really slammed because there's this huge demand for a very short period of time. We can provide an individual from Lower Shore Enterprises who is in training or who is fully ready to work, and provide those individuals for those peak demand periods. It could be a few days a month. It could be a day a week. It could be 1 hour a day. And that way the employer doesn't have to hire another employee.
Right.
He only hires whatever is needed for that short period of time. And then the community at large benefits this way, Doug, because these individuals who otherwise would not have an opportunity to be self-sufficient, who would not otherwise be able to be independent, get a chance to fulfill their dreams, get a chance to be an active member of the community. I can't tell you how many individuals have come along over the years and said, you know, what I really want to do is X. And we have helped them get to whatever that X is, and they are happy, productive, motivated employees who come in every day with a smile on their face. How many employers would love to have a motivated staff that comes in happy to work every day?
Right. Are there certain kinds of employers or employment opportunities that you're looking for, or are your clients amenable to almost every business and industry in the area?
I'll tell you, I haven't found anything yet where our clients aren't able to fit in any kind of business. We have individuals we've placed at Wallops to drive a bus. We have individuals who are working in stocking warehouses or working on cars, or who are. It's really unlimited. What I would suggest is that any employer think outside the box.
Right.
Think about not what the solution is. What's the challenge that you have at this point?
Right.
What's the problem? And how could somebody coming in and helping fix that problem save you money, save you time. Another thing that we do a lot of is we do rework. You know, a manufacturer has an oops moment. You know, they have 50,000 of something that is
Widgets.
is now obsolete, or it has a mistake or whatever. Because we work with individuals and within their capabilities and supervise what they're doing, we're able to devote a lot of time and attention to doing work that is repetitive and that is small scale and that requires a lot of attention to detail. And because of that, we're able to save manufacturers and businesses a lot of money. We've taken just one example. We took one company's product. They had a packaging for it, and the packaging said that there was a promotion, and the promotion ended. And they had tens of thousands of these packages, and they were going to throw them away. And we said, why don't we just put a sticker on that says something other than the promotion that, you know, draws attention to some attribute of the product. And we were able to place those stickers. It wasn't cost effective for their employees to do it.
Right.
It was extremely cost effective for us to do it because we were training individuals to be ready for the workforce.
Right.
And so we spend time showing them the discipline of work, what it's like in a real workplace, and showing them how important it is to be precise and how important it is to be on time and on task. And we produced the desired product, and the manufacturer was able to reuse all those packages.
That's lovely. How do you come by your clients? What do family members or others need to know, or can you tell us a little bit about that?
They come to us in a variety of different ways. Some come to us after they have been through the public education system. We only bring in individuals who are adults to train, but we also bring in students who are going through the education system, and when they age out at the age of 21, we're concerned that they not simply be put out in society and not have an opportunity to be successful. We're looking for a seamless transition between education and the workplace. And so we'll bring students in while they're still in high school and give them short-term exposures to what the workaday world is like and what it takes to be successful in a job. We have individuals who come to us referred by state agencies. We're also working with veterans. We are looking for opportunities to serve our veterans who are coming back from the wars and who may have some short-term disability, may have had some war injury, anything that would enable us to serve them better and give them an opportunity to be successful in finding a job. And whoever comes to us, what I would do is I would refer them to our director of client services, and her name is Laurie Andrews. She's been there 25 years, and she is superb.
Know her.
And what I would suggest is that anybody who has any questions after this program, they're free to call me, but if they have an individual they want to talk about specifically, they should call Laurie. And Laurie will be able to work up a specific set of recommendations. And I'll tell you the other thing. We're not interested in simply vacuuming people up to work at Lower Shore Enterprises. We're interested in the success of the individual. And if what we offer is not appropriate for them, we will refer them to the right agency or provider of services or whatever is necessary. Because we're looking for good outcomes. We're not looking to elevate ourselves.
I guess my next question, Louis, has to do with the future of Lower Shore Enterprises and organizations like yours, and it seems to me that there's incredible need for it, and I'm hoping that there is a bright future for Lower Shore Enterprises and organizations like yours around.
Doug, Lower Shore Enterprises will soon celebrate its 50th anniversary, and I strongly suspect there will be 50 more years of success. I think there will be a continuing need for organizations like this. There have been some recent news reports about some organizations that have taken advantage of individuals with disabilities and hired them and paid them very low wages and just sort of abused the process. And that's something we're very sensitive to because we're not interested in doing that. We're interested in placing people in the community and working and having them be successful and being self-sufficient. And so I think as long as that is our focus and that is our mission, we will be around. what we say is, that when we look at our values and we post them on the wall and everybody walks into the organization and sees this set of values, the very first one that is the top of our list is clients first. Everything we do is about the clients. It's about the individuals. It's about giving them the chance to be as fully successful in life as they want to be. And we provide all of the services around them that we can to be able to do that. We are also specialized. We don't provide residential service. We don't provide daycare. What we provide is employment. That's our focus, and everything around that.
Right.
So I think we'll be around for a while.
I would think so. It's a great organization. How can people support you? How can people get involved with Lower Shore Enterprises?
Well, very first thing I would say is come see us.
Right.
It is a wonderful place. It is a happy place. I love going in there every single day because what I'm seeing is individuals who are engaged, eager to be successful in life. And they're just highly motivated, and that in turn motivates me and all of the staff. Come see us. We're, as I said, on the west side of Salisbury. It's 28475 Owens Branch Road. But
By the dump, on the road to the dump.
You know, I tell people we're directly across from the Maryland Food Bank.
Well, that's true too.
Because people say, "Oh, by the dump," but that is the part of the world that we live in. But you can go to our website,
Which is?
lseworks.org, LSE for Lower Shore Enterprises, lseworks.org, or call us at 410-749-6183. Again, that's 410-749-6183. Or just drop in. Drop in and see us. I'd be happy to walk you around and show you the place. To get involved. We have volunteer opportunities. We have a very strong partnership, for example, with Salisbury University. We've placed individuals to work there. We also have a strong partnership with the students of Salisbury University. They have what they call a Best Buddies Club, and university students buddy up with individuals that we have working with us in our training and who are part of our clients. And they get together on a regular basis. They'll have a pizza night. They'll have a movie night. They'll provide mentoring.
They're buddies.
They are. It's a wonderful relationship, and everybody benefits, and the clients look forward to it. The last Friday of every month, we have a hot dog day.
I was going to ask you if you didn't bring it up.
Hot dog day. So at noon, we have the Fruitland Lions Club come out, and they cook hot dogs for us on barbecues, on grills, and we invite the community to come out and see for themselves what's going on there. Right. We do a variety of things. This is not like a shop floor where everybody's working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and that's all we do. We provide a variety of activities so that these individuals we work with get a well-rounded experience and an opportunity to really enjoy everything in life. So we'll have art class. We'll provide opportunities for individuals to explore that side of their mind. And,
right.
It's really a holistic approach to giving people a chance to have a good work-life balance,
right,
and to see how they can be successful in the community.
That's lovely. I would encourage all of our viewers to go out and take advantage of Lewis's invitation. I know from whence I speak that it is a fabulous place. The clients are fabulous, and it's just remarkable to see what goes on there. One last thing?
Well, I want to ask you, Doug, because you were on the board of directors of Lower Shore Enterprises. What motivated you to be part of that organization?
Bob Cook threatened me. He came up to me and he said, "Either you be on this or I'm going to break your leg." No, I'm kidding. But I did know about Lower Shore Enterprises,
right,
and when the opportunity did come, I would love to take advantage of it. It was a fabulous experience. I ultimately became the chairman of the board,
yes,
and spent a lot of time with them. And I did go to a lot of hot dog days, and it was a very, very enjoyable experience, and I loved it very, very much. So I encourage all of you to get involved and take advantage of Lower Shore Enterprises. They're a gem that we're very, very fortunate to have here in Salisbury.
And to interrupt quickly, Lower Shore Enterprises has won the Richard
Oh,
A.
yes.
Henson Award from the Community Foundation as the outstanding nonprofit organization.
That's right.
And our founder received the Frank Morris Humanitarian Award.
Right.
We just received an award from Salisbury University. President Janet Dudley Ashbach recognized us as the outstanding nonprofit in the community.
Right.
So it's an organization that over the years has been recognized as a leader in its field.
Right.
And I had nothing to do with any of that, but it's great to be part of an organization like that.
Well, now you've got a big, you've got to move it to the next level now, buddy.
Yep.
Lewis, it's been a pleasure having you on the
Thank
show
you,
today.
Doug. Great to see
Enjoyed
you.
having you. It's great to see you.
Thank you, Doug. It's been a pleasure and an honor to be part of this program.
And thank you for tuning in to the Community Foundation Spotlight here on PAC 14, and we look forward to seeing you again for our next show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Would you like to see your community organization or nonprofit group featured on PAC 14? To get started, contact us at 410-677-5014 or visit our website at www.pac14.org. PAC 14 is a great way to connect with your community.